Nitin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today. We wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsimhadev Bhagwan, Gaunitai Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So today we wanted to talk about another one of the 8 principal gopis, and her name is Vishakha. So she is the second of the Asta Sakhis. So yesterday we discussed a little bit about Lalita, and now we want to talk about Vishakha. So Vishakha is number 2. Second gopi that we talk about. She was born, of course, these are eternal souls, but when they come to this world 5,000 years ago, she was born on exactly the same moment as Sri Radha. And so she is exactly the same age as Radha, being eternally 14 years, 2 months, and 15 days old. So this is the eternal age of Srimati Vishakha Devi. Same age as Radharani. Her bodily complexion is like lightning, strikingly white, and similar to Krishna's. And sometimes when Radharani is in mana means angry mood, transcendentally angry, of course, then because of this anurag, this mood, her color appears to be like of Radharani. And Radharani's color is golden color. Her dress shines like the cluster of stars. Vishakha's father is Pavan. Yes, Naniven?
Yes, Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, you said her bodily complexion is lightening means white, but Krishna is not white, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, must be a bluish tinge to that lightning.
Yes, must
Usually,
be.
lightning is bright, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
lightning is bright, whitish.
yeah. But maybe there's a bluish tinge to it. Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Thank you, Naniven.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vishakha's father is Pavan. Her mother is the daughter of the sister of Jatila. So Jatila is the mother-in-law. Jatila. Yeah, Jatila is the mother-in-law of Radharani. So her mother, Vishakha's mother, is the daughter of the sister of Jatila. Okay. Sudakshina. And her husband is Vahika Gopa. Vishakha is expert in humorous dealings with the divine pair. So, Lalita we saw yesterday. She can be opposed to Krishna, but Vishakha's mood is different. It's a friendlier mood. Lalita's mood is a little aggressive in order to make the lila between Radha and Krishna even more relishable for them. So she is can be aggressive. But Vishakha is a much more friendlier mood, expert in humorous dealings with the divine pair. Her advice is hard to overrule, and she can speak joking words to Sri Krishna like no other. So you can just imagine Krishna enjoying making jokes with Vishakha. She knows the hearts of the divine couple. And although she is more exalted than the younger gopis, the gopi messengers led by Vindadevi, she also takes up the work of carrying messages between Radha and Krishna because she is very close to them. She knows their hearts. Talkative Vishakha is expert at joking with Lord Govinda. She is the perfect counselor of the divine couple. Being expert at all aspects of amorous diplomacy, she knows all the arts of how to conciliate an angered lover, how to bribe him, how to quarrel with him. So, a little bit like Lalita, but she's got a more mellow nature to her. She's very good at making leaf tilak, garlands, crowns, etc., magic tricks, puppet dances, etc., collecting paraphernalia for Surya Puja, because we heard how Srimati Radharani likes to do Surya Puja every day. So Vishaka will collect all the different items for the puja, speaking different languages. That's interesting. Her service is dressing and ornamenting, and her kunj is named Vishaka Nandadada. Her yuta consists of Malati, Madhavi, Chandralekha, Kunjari, Harini, Chappala, Surabhi, Subhanana, and other Sakhis. So she's got quite a group of wonderful gopis around her, Sakhis, companions, who help with the service of Radha and Krishna. Vishaka Devi's favorite instrument is the mridanga. Wow. And her favorite tune is the Rag Sarang. Her mood is called Swadini Bhatrika, which is the mood of a heroine who controls her beloved, but in a soft and gentle way. So Lalita's mood is in a harsh manner. She's aggressive, especially towards Krishna, and she tells Radha what to do as well. Don't talk to Krishna. Don't even look at him when he comes. But Vishaka's mood is soft and gentle. Unlike Lalita Devi, Vishaka has a different way of dealing with Sri Madhav when he acts in a contrary way. Her temperament is Adhik Madhya, moderately exalted. So these different moods are to enhance the enjoyment that Krishna has from the gopis. If everybody was the same, it'd be quite boring. And if everybody was submissive, it'd be very boring. So Lalita, who is aggressive, is very interesting for Krishna, as is Vishaka. Vishaka is very intelligent. When Krishna does pastimes, she has pictures of all these activities. She has a ring that can take pictures and record like a camera. So who says in the spiritual world they're not advanced? They're well advanced. In her ring, she can see reflections of all Krishna's activities. This is like a camera connected to a satellite that takes pictures of wherever Krishna is. It takes pictures of him while he's asleep, wandering in the forest, going to Kamyavan or other place, any other place. She can see where Krishna is with this ring. So she's a little spy. She's always knowing where Krishna is, what he's doing. Vishaka arranges different dramas. She will make a drama of what Krishna did when he woke that morning. This is the spiritual world. Every step is a dance, and every word is a song. Every act is a drama. Nothing boring in the spiritual world. Very exciting. She will make a drama of what Krishna did when he woke that morning. How he played and met with Yashoda. The Manjaris quickly learn and they dress as Krishna because they want to take part in the drama. They steal butter. They do naughty activities. They reenact how sometimes Yashoda Mata offers Krishna some butter, but he pushes her hand away. Why does he do this? He wants the butter that is brought by Radharani. He pretends that the butter his mother gives is not tasty, and he makes a strange face. Of course, Mother Yashoda's butter is divine. And actually, if Krishna has a little too much of her butter, he comes under her control. And he doesn't want to become a goody two shoes. So he doesn't eat too much of Yashoda Mai's butter. But when Radha makes it, he cannot resist. He cannot resist. He has to have it. Even if he doesn't want to, he is addicted to it. The Manjaris can imitate Krishna's expressions and how he associates with Yashoda, and they reenact these pastimes. Krishna watches these reenactments with Radharani. So who are these Manjaris? They're actually younger gopis than Vishaka and Lalita. Lalita, Vishaka, they're about 14 years old. But the Manjaris are like 8, 9, 10, much younger. And we'll talk about the Manjaris next week. Vishaka is very learned in many branches of knowledge, just like her scholarly father. She's expert at making different arrangements for the divine couple to meet and experience different mellows of love. She skillfully paints flowers and leaf designs on the divine forms of Srimati Radhika and Sri Madhav, makes different kinds of crowns for them out of flower gardens. She renders the special service of Vastra Lankara, or arranging for the clothing and ornamentation of the divine couple. This is a big job. Krishna dresses a few times a day sometimes. Along with personally embroidering Shri Radha Madhav's cloth, Vishaka Devi also supervises the Sakhis and their assistants who produce and care for their lordship's clothing. So many things she does. Many things. She also directs the maidservants of Vrinda Devi, who maintains the flowers, the vines, the creepers, and the trees of Vrindavan. So Vrinda Devi is a very important Sakhi, and Vishaka supervises Vrinda Devi. So we can see the importance of Vishaka. Vishaka's maidservant is Vilas Manjari. Now, Vilas Manjari, I believe, is Jiva Goswami. I might be wrong, but Vilas Manjari is definitely one of the 6 Goswamis who came to this world. Vishaka Devi explains the glories and specialties of Srimati Radharani. Sometimes she explains how Krishna uses his Lila Kamala, his pastime lotus or a garland. So these lotuses are very special in Vrindavan. Because if you look at the map of Vrindavan, you can see that the distances are quite far from each other. Radhakund is like 20, 30 kilometers from Vrindavan. And Varsana is in a different direction, same sort of distance. So how would they be able to reach these different places in a short space of time? Well, they have these lotus flowers, this Kamala. So the lotus will open. If Krishna desires to go to Govardhan from Vrindavan, the lotus just opens, and there within Govardhan, within a moment. It would take us an hour by car to reach Govardhan from Vrindavan. But the way the lotus works in the spiritual world, it just opens and they reach wherever they want to be within a moment. In the afternoon, Vishaka draws a picture of Krishna. He shows it to Radharani. Like now, you can see pictures on the internet with the laptop. And you can also speak with your friends from different parts of the world. All this comes originally from the spiritual world. There, Lalita Devi or Vishakha Devi will draw a picture of Krishna, show it to Radharani, and then it can become real. Krishna can come out of the picture and be before Radharani. This is the glory of the spiritual world. The name and the form of Krishna are one and the same. The picture of Krishna and Krishna himself are one and the same. So even in this material world, when we see a picture of Krishna, when we see the deity of Krishna, that deity is the same as the form of Krishna. It's one and the same. We don't have the vision to see that. But if we had full realization, full faith in the Supreme Lord and the spiritual world, then we would be able to see the deity on the altar is the same as Krishna himself. You cannot do this with the computer, but in the spiritual world, they have this power. They can manifest whatever they are, whenever they are spoken about. Why? Name and form are non-different. Yeah, name and form are not different in the spiritual world. So you say Krishna, that Krishna, you are actually associating with Krishna directly. Depending on the level of realization that one has, one will be able to practically manifest and not distinguish between the form, the name, and the form. That's why when the pure devotees chant Krishna's name, they are with Krishna, literally with Krishna. Whatever she speaks is pleasing to everyone. So Vishaka, whatever she speaks is pleasing to everyone. All the Sakhis and the Manjaris and also those in Krishna's party are delighted by her talks. She has equal love for Radharani and Krishna. When Krishna suffers in separation from Radharani, or Radharani suffers in separation from Krishna, she cannot tolerate this. And she is ready to give up her life if it helps arrange their meeting. Although it appears that Srimati Vishakha comes second to Lalita Devi, she is actually Srimati Radhika's dearmost girlfriend. So that's interesting to read. So it appears that Vishakha comes second to Lalita, but actually she's Radharani's dearmost girlfriend. She Radhike Tava Charita Gunanurupan. Her qualities and characteristics are very similar to Srimati Radharani. They are so similar that they seem almost like twins. Yes, Naniman?
Yes, Prabhuji, the name of the Sakhis, or when you say come second to Vishaka, come second to Lalita, do we have to remember them in the order that you are telling us?
No, you don't have to, but it's good to do that. It's like let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. So when we look at the Astasakis, let's see if I can find it.
I try to remember them from Vishaka, all that are from Radha's side, and then I go towards the other side.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, you can do it either way. It's okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have a way of remembering them. So Vishaka, and then I remember IRS, Inland Revenue Service, but I is Indulekha, R is Rangadevi, and S is Sudevi. And then the other side, I remember as TCC, Tunga, no, sorry, TCC from the other side. So it'd be Tunga Vidya first, Chitra, and then Champaklata.
Yeah, I
So,
remember Lalita, Sisi, and then Tung Vidya. And
okay,
I
good.
said next to Radha is RV, which we say
Yes,
is the medical term for that. So I said RV, Vishaka, and then I start remembering
Indulekha
Indulekha,
Rangadevi. Okay,
Swatinarayan.
nice.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thanks.
No, that's really good. That's really good. So, like we were saying, she's
Oh, somebody's calling.
okay. No problem. No
That's
problem.
okay. That's fine.
She's regarded as number one devotee, but Vishaka, as we just saw, is also very dear to Radharani. So these four, we'll see them on the altar in Vrindavan, many places actually. Radha Krishna, Lalita, Vishaka. The Astasakis, only a handful of temples has all of them. Yes, sir, Priyanjali.
I just noticed something in the picture.
Hmm.
All the arrows are red except for Radha's and Vishaka's. So that shows that Vishaka is very important to Radha.
Yes.
Lita.
Yes, you're right. You're right. They're almost like twins, you know. They're so close to each other, look like each other, so beautiful, and always together. So yeah, thank you so much for noticing that. So let's see where we were. Okay. Yes. So her qualities are very similar to Radharani. They're so similar that they seem almost like twins. Vishaka's other form is Yamuna. Yamuna Devi. Whenever Sri Madhav, sees Vishaka Devi, he immediately thinks of Sri Radha. And whenever Sri Radha she sees the Shyam, dark blue water of Yamuna, she immediately thinks of Madhav. Interesting. So Vishaka's other form is Yamuna. Vishaka appears in Gaur Leela as Sri Ramananda Ray. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that no one's knowledge can compare to Ramananda Ray in the field of the divine couple's Madhurya Ras, or sweet conjugal affairs. Upon meeting Ramananda Ray for the first time, Mahaprabhu told him, "My dear Ramananda, both you and I are madmen. Therefore, we meet intimately on an equal level." So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Ray, they would have these amazing conversations about devotional service. And the reference is Shri Shri Radha Krishna Ganodesha, Deepika by Srila Rupa Goswami, and Shri Gaura Ganodesha by Deepika by Srila Kavi Karnapur. So this conversation actually is quite a detailed conversation. So I didn't want to go through it today because we got a satsang later in the mandir. I need to prepare for that. So I wanted to stop here, but we will talk about this conversation tomorrow. It's a really divine conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Ray. And Ramananda Ray is Vishaka in the spiritual world. Any questions? Any comments? Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Bhavin?
Yeah, only one thing I just wanted to ask you.
Sure.
Why was Lalita so greedy? What do you say? And
No, she was
Visakha,
a little
was
aggressive.
always good.
Yeah, she was always arguing.
Why was that?
The
Is there
reason
anything?
was that's to increase the love between Radha and Krishna. It's to increase the relationship between Radha and Krishna. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, like sometimes if somebody's always agreeing with you, it's okay, but it's a bit boring. When there's somebody who disagrees with you and they have a little fight with you, it can be very, and especially when that person is close to you and you think, whoa, hang on a minute. Yeah, you want to fight? You want an argument? Okay, then let's have an argument. And you know it's fun.
It's fun.
You know?
And then in the end, you start laughing.
Yes, that's correct. And this is what Vishaka does. She gets them fighting and then she repairs the relationship as well. So very expert. Lalita is very expert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Priyanjali?
I've got 2 questions.
Sure.
Was Vishaka good at repairing them? And
Yes, both of them. Lalita would cause the argument and she would repair they should repair that relationship. But Vishaka, she wouldn't argue, she wouldn't cause so many arguments. But if she saw the divine couple were not talking to each other, she would try to get them to talk to each other. Vishaka was very expert in doing that.
And why was Lalita and Vishaka the only dearest ones to Radharani?
Not the only, but they're very close to Radharani because they are on a similar level as Radharani. They're almost equal to Radharani. So Lalita could tell Radharani, don't talk to Krishna. He's coming. Don't even look at him. And Krishna, when he comes, he would, oh, nobody's talking to me. What's going on? And he would feel a little sad. And then Lalita or Vishaka very expertly would get Radharani to just have a quick look at Krishna. And in that way, he would become very happy. Oh, Radharani looked at me. So this is what Lalita and Vishaka, they can advise Radharani on an equal level. So that's why they're so close to Radha and Krishna. They were not inferior. They were equal level as Radha and Krishna. So they could argue with Radha and Krishna. If you're an inferior level, then you can't argue, right? You just do what they tell you to do. But because you're on an equal level, you're like friends, close friends. Does that make sense, Priyanjali?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you for your questions. Very good. Okay, so we can stop there if there's nothing else. Radha Krishna Bhagwan ki jai, Lalita Vishakha Devi ki jai.